Hello, I am a narrator, and I'm here to tell you about the book, The Slenderman. But honestly, you guys probably don't want to hear all the bad stuff, so I'm just going to skip to the good stuff, okay? Okay. The first thing to know is that the main character's brother, Adam, got in a horrible accident on a bus. No one knows exactly how the bus crashed, they just know it crashed, okay? Okay. Let's start at the very beginning with our main character, Alyssa. One day, Alyssa was walking to school and she was stopped by the cop, Deputy U. Alyssa, we've noticed that kids are disappearing from your school. Have you seen anything suspicious?
No, I haven't seen anything around lately.
Okay, let me know if you see anything. Now you better get on to school now. Don't be late. Alyssa had to walk home that day, so then she took a shortcut through the forest. She was almost out of the forest, but then she looked, and something seemed really odd about this one tree she saw. It was darker than all the others, and it had two branches growing down its side. She finally made it out of the forest, but then when she turned around and looked at the forest, it appeared the dark tree had followed her. She was immediately startled and she ran away. She decided to visit her friend on the way home, but when she came to her house, she was startled. She also looked like as if she was in some sort of trance.
What's wrong? Are you okay? You look whiter than a sheep.
I can't sleep. I'm stuck in my house. I can't go anywhere.
Why not?
He won't let me.
Alyssa wanted to stay and help her friend, but her father called her and said it was time to go. Alyssa's father was on his way home from work, but then something came in front of the road, and he immediately stopped. It turns out it was Adam. He was slowly walking as if in a trance towards the forest. He immediately got out and stopped his son, and then put him in the car and then drove him home. Soon after that, Alyssa noticed that all her friends had disappeared, including her best friend and her own brother Adam. She went to the one place where she knew she could find her brother, the dark tree in the woods. But it had more branches this time. It turns out the tree grows more branches every time it kidnaps a child.
Alright, I've had enough. I want my brother back, and I want him back right now.
Alyssa took a deep breath, walked up to the tree, and leaned against it and started playing her guitar. Then she was teleported into Slenderman's dimension, where she knew she'd be able to find her brother. Alyssa played her brother's favorite song to lure him towards her. She ended up finding one of her old friends, but when she looked up at her, she had no face. It's because she was turned into one of Slenderman's children. After running through the woods for a while, she finally found her brother, but he was turned into one of Slender's children as well. She learned the Slender children drain her life force when they come in contact with her. She grabbed her brother and started racing out to try and escape, but when she got to the exit, he was standing there. He stood at least 15 feet tall, and everyone who stood around him were once her friends had been turned into Slender children. She wasn't afraid of the Slender Man, so she went right up to him and stared right into his face. But as soon as she did, she started to hear static, and her eyes started to burn. Even the Slender Man himself started to drain her life force. She became weaker and weaker. She grabbed her brother and started to run, and the Slender children started to follow, to try and drain her life force. Alyssa gave most of her life force to her brother because she wanted to revive him, and he was starting to turn back to normal. They finally got out of the forest, but she felt very weak, so they tried to go and find help. Alyssa saw a car and she waved it down. Turned out it was the cop, Deputy U. Alyssa, you found Adam. Where did you find him?
I don't feel so good.
Okay, come on, we'll get you some immediate medical attention. Something seemed weird to Alyssa. Her escape seemed way too easy. Slenderman would be back. With her blurred vision, she looked ahead of the car, and then she saw it was him. He was standing in the middle of the road, reaching his arm out to grab her. She saw Slenderman's hand go right through Deputy U and then grabbed her face. The only thing she could hear over her own screaming was Slenderman's laughter. Ha 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 ha.